Friday going. Um, this is supposed to be on Thursday. I don't even know if I'm live right now. Hey, hi, how are you guys? How's your Friday going? This is supposed to be Thursday, but it's not. It's Friday. And if you're wondering why it is on Friday, not Thursday, that's because I've been sick since Wednesday. I look like a mess. But here we are because I need to do my nails and that's what we do every week here. This is what we do. So, also since this channel and my blog and everything is about showing you guys life as a working mom who also is dealing with chronic illness, this is just something that happened. So, I don't think what I'm dealing with is related to my illness, but I just feel like poo. Okay, I don't feel good, but I need to do my nails. So here we are. So for those of you that are new or you stumble across this, hi, I'm Candace. I come live every Thursday and then it always ends up on Facebook. No, because we're on Facebook. It always ends up on YouTube. And today is Friday, not Thursday, because that's how this is going this week. So I do my nails and we chat, and every other Thursday is either Inspiration Thursday or it's just a chatty video about um, mom and life and how we run a business as a mom and work from home and ministry and all that fun stuff, especially in light of like chronic illness, chronic mental health issues, and self care and things like that, because those are things that are personally important to me and the women that I coach. And so that's what we talk about. Today is an Inspiration Thursday chat day. We're actually going to talk about author inspiration. I am an author, I'm a mom, I'm a business owner. I coach women who are also working or work from home moms, especially those that run their own business. And so, yeah, today is all about author bucket lists. So, if you remember our last Inspiration Thursday, the first one that I did, one of the YouTubers I talked about was Lindsay Puckett, and she did a video about her wildest author dreams, and she and several other authors talked about an author dream versus an author goal and what those mean. And for me, I was always taught a goal is a dream with a date on it. And so I don't make that differentiation. But I do want to share my author bucket list. And then I want to give you guys some author inspo that you can follow as well. So, if you're trying to find a way to incorporate writing into running your business, or you want to write, you just have a story you want to write, these authors are people that I follow that have been inspiring to me as I've started this journey. They've given me a little more confidence to do what I'm doing. So, yeah, we're going to chat about that while I do my nails because that's what we do here on Thursdays. Um, so most of the nail products you'll see me using are products of a company called In Coco. They run three lines. They run coconut nail art, which is what they sell at Walmart. It's their lower tier. They make In Coco, which is what they sell at Ulta. And then they make Color Street, which is what most of mine are right now. I just like the nail strips. They're easy. I just put them on my nails and it's just easy to go because I like having my nails done. It's a self-care thing for me and they look good. So this week we're going with this color. It's called Portugal, and it's like a dark maroon burgundy. Matches my shirt, which is odd because the blue that I wore last week I think matched my shirt last week. So there we go. Um, so that's what we're gonna put on this week. I've already prepped my nails, so this week you won't see that part. Because they were looking a little gnarly. So we're going to get started. And so today I'm going to first share with you my author bucket list. These are things that these are my goals or dreams or things that I hope will happen one day or I would like to make happen one day. Last week, one of the authors we're going to talk about when we get to the inspiration section, Bethany Atazada, ran a Instagram challenge, and one of the challenge days, the last day, was your author bucket list. And I really liked that. And so I thought, oh, when I sit down to talk about the other author tubers, when I sit down to talk about all of that, I'm going to do an author bucket list. These are the things that I hope will happen along my author journey. So, the first one is I just want to get all my series published. So If you don't know, I am currently, well, I finished the sequel to my first novel, which we've pulled my first novel from production, or we're in the process of doing. My business partner is helping me take care of that. But I finished the sequel to that, and they will be re-released as just one unit. It'll be a collection. I'm cutting out a lot from my first novel, shortening it, letting it be a little more concise, and then I'm going to release it as a collection with its sequel. So I have that going, but I also am working on a mystery series, a dystopian trilogy, and and a fantasy series. And I'll probably eventually settle into writing mostly mysteries, cozy mysteries to be exact, because that's just my favorite. But I also have these other books that are in my heart, so I've started to work on those too, partially because I also teach writing. Um, so that's the first one, is just to get them published. Now, a lot of the videos I've watched, or several of the videos I've watched on this topic, including Lindsay's and someone I'm going to bring up later named Meredith Phillips, um, and even Brooke, who I'm going to bring up later, Brooke Passmore of By the Brook, they all talk about being like both indie published and trad published. And I don't really have any wild dreams or goals of being trad published. I just want to be indie published. So um, that's kind of where I'm headed. Now, I think I mentioned this last week. With these, I do my thumbs first, but then I start with my pinky and work my way around. And I'll show you how easy these nails, I've already got my thumbs done. So I'll show you how easy these nails are. I just always have a hard time picking what size I want to use for my pinky. But we're going to use the second smallest size for the pinky. So it's really easy. It just, you take off the front and the back, you stick it to your nail, you make sure it's good and pressed down. So it's good and pressed, and then you cut it off. And the reason I do my pointer finger last is because I use them a lot for cutting off the nail. So it's harder this way. So I just run my finger along here and cut off the excess. And then I go back through later and clean up the edges with the nail file or whatever I need to do to clean up the edges. Again, I don't do this perfectly. I think I said that last time. I just do it enough to where I'm not ashamed of the nails I'm wearing, and then I do trim them later to make them look a little bit smoother, but um, again, I feel like crap, so I don't really care today, so this is what it is. So the second thing on my bucket list is to have someone create fan art for one of my stories, or for one of my like books or characters or what have you. I have created character art through apps, but it's not my strong suit. I can't draw people. I can't really, I can make landscapes and stuff, but I can't really create the worlds that I envision in my head. So one of my bucket list items is to have someone create fan art based on my stories, based on what I come up with in my head, and I would love to see how someone else also envisions that thing of mine that I envision. So that's number two. Number three is to have my own online writing academy. This one is actually in the works. I'm actually in the process of putting this together. I want it to be for young authors. I already do this sort of on a platform called OutSchool, but I want to do I want to do it better, and I want to do it in a more widespread fashion. So the next one is having my own online writing academy for young authors. I love teaching creative writing. That's been a wonderful experience that I've been doing. So I would like to do that more. The next one is to have my Devo books be used for a group Bible study. Now, this one's a little interesting because I actually am starting a Bible study with some friends, and we will be using my devotional book for our group Bible study. However, that doesn't count to me because I'm the author of the book. So, someone else outside of myself picking my devotional, using my devotional as part of a group Bible study, one of my devotionals, because I will have more out as well. So, that's one of them. And then the next one is to be a part of some kind of author collaboration. So I think it would be great to collaborate with other authors in some capacity, whether that capacity is a blog, like a blog hop, or a YouTube collab, um, or just some kind of collaboration, a book, something with other authors, which leads me into my last author uh, bucket list item. Again, I have no wild fantasies about being trad published or earning out my advance or any of that stuff because it just is. If you haven't figured this out, or if you don't know me, I want to do everything. I want to do it all. I was a therapist and I loved it, and now I'm doing the other stuff that I've always wanted to do. So I just want to do everything. So I don't have any wild dreams about being trad published or anything like that. But what I would like to do is, these simple things that I've talked about, but I also want to be a part of a thriving author community, whether in person or online. I just want more author friends that understand the author life, that understand how fun it is to see young authors start joining the ranks as well. And I'm starting to do that. I think by um, getting over some of my fears and anxieties on Instagram and putting myself out there in my own author Instagram, which if you haven't started following me, you should. But I think that's helped a lot start to build connections with other authors. And so that's my author bucket list. And it leads me to today's inspiration Friday. It's supposed to be Thursday, but it's Friday. Forget it. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's Friday. It's Friday, and we're doing Inspiration Thursday on Friday because, again, hot mess sick over here. So, this week's inspiration comes from AuthorTube, and these are most of them. The last one I have only seen her on Instagram, so most of these are going to be on YouTube on AuthorTube, but the last one I've only seen on Instagram, but I really dig what she shares, and I've enjoyed connecting with her. Um, Unfortunately, this is not a very actually, we're going to add one more. This is not a very diverse list, and that's really sad because there's not I haven't I don't that I think it's a me problem. I think it's a me problem, to be honest, and I need to fix that. So I'll work on that, but for now, we'll move forward. So the first one I want to bring up is Natalia Lee. Now she is not only an author, she runs her own editing company, and I just really enjoy the editing advice she gives, as well as the vlog she does, the glimpses into her life. And I think she has some really entertaining and valuable information on her channel. It's been really encouraging, and she doesn't hold back. Like when she's blocked on something, like she has been with the second book in her series, she's been really forthcoming about that. She's just been really forthcoming. She's been really open and honest about everything that she's been going through on this journey. She has a lot of tips for editing. She is really down to earth. I've really enjoyed her content and her outlook on things and everything. And so I definitely recommend checking out her channel, which, if you're watching this on YouTube, any links will be in the description below. If you're watching this on Facebook, I will do my best to remember to put them in the comments. And then if you're coming to me from Instagram, then you'll have noticed that all of these have their Instagram handles in my Instagram. So after Natalia Lee is Bethany Atazada. I think I'm saying that right. Um, she's the she is one of the first authors that I followed here um, on YouTube, and she does some really great content. She's got a really cute dog, And she ran a challenge last week on Instagram, which is what kind of helped kick off things. It was actually fortuitous timing since I had literally just created my author Instagram separate from my coaching Instagram. And so that was fortuitous time. My nails are just a hot mess this week, you guys. Just come back next week. They'll look a lot better when I'm not a sick mess. I just won't show you close up because if you look far away, they look fine. But if you look close up, they don't look fine. So I'm going to need to do some trimming, which I will do. But that's what makes these nails so easy. I just love them. I just love them so much. Okay, so Bethany has some really great tips for self-publishing, um, for, it's the wrong size. Okay, and just for the whole process. She is also another one, just like Natalia Lee. Actually, everyone on here, one of the things that I have enjoyed about all of them is their honesty with the process. Their honesty with where they are in the process, their honesty for how frustrating the process has been, their honesty for all of that. So Bethany is no exception to that. And again, her Instagram challenge last week was just so fortuitous. The next one is, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, Tamara Woods. I hope that's right. She writes cozy mysteries. They are wonderful. I'm actually almost done with, I don't remember what it's called. Hold on. Hold the phone. Let me pull up my Kindle here and tell you. Nope, that's a different cozy mystery. That's not the one we're talking about right now. Wiped Out is what it's called. And it's really good. I think it's she's witty and clever. And then I just her level of honesty, her willingness to be who she is and be real is just really inspiring. So that is another one that I've really enjoyed. And she does this book club where they do like authorly kind of books and books for authors and writing craft and things like that. And those have also been helpful to go back and watch some of those, the recordings of them, because I don't usually catch them live, which is unfortunate. But they've been really informative and really helpful. And they did one recently about a book that was like basically every author she had with her on there was like, don't read this book, it's terrible. And it was just one of those it was one of those that pushes coaches like to people like me to write books so that they can expand their coaching empire or whatever. And they're like, you can write a book in a weekend, but any of us that are actually doing the work knows that that's not how it works. And so, yeah, that was an eye-opening one for sure. So Tamara Woods, I think that's right. If I'm not saying it right and you happen upon this video somewhere, please tell me. Please let me know. I have to do this with my students all the time. Tell me how to pronounce it. Make sure that I'm pronouncing it right because I want to. So the next one is Kate Kavanaugh. She was actually the very first author tuber that I discovered thanks to her video about writing like someone. I don't remember which one I've watched first because I've watched them all. She does little writing experiments to challenge herself. She does live write-ins and things like that, and I've just loved her. Her content is creative. There's always animals, and who doesn't love animals? And if your answer is me, I don't love animals, well, you live in a sad world, in my opinion. So there's always cute animals around. Her just when she has her family on, you can just tell like just how much she cares for people in general. And like some of her stories just sound very fascinating to me. And then her and the next one have their own little series of videos that they do together, these little writing experiments that involve, grown-up drinks. And it's just really interesting and fascinating, so you should follow her. The next one is Brooke Passmore, and one thing that I really enjoy about her, she's a fellow Okie. So that's pretty awesome because it's not often that you find someone around the internet sphere doing something like this that is also from the great state of Oklahoma. I personally don't think it's that great. But this is where I live right now. So this is what we're working with until my husband and I can move. So, but it is neat to have someone that lives near where I used to live. I don't live near there anymore because now we live in Oklahoma City area, which is um, closer to my family, which was needed when we had our second baby. So, um, but she has this way of just like her her personality is just so gosh darn adorable that I love it. I love how she just embraces this whole journey, and I like that recently she was like honest with everyone and like, I don't like this project. I'm going to move on to something else, which is something I do a lot. And I do stay focused on my main project, but when I teach my kids, I teach them how to stay on their project, and then sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I did this a little better myself. But okay, so the nails are done. We're gonna look at them from back here because if you looked at them up close, they're not great. But okay, so Brooke is just sweet as can be and funny, and like I said, she and Kate have this writing little series of experiments that involve grown-up drinks, which is really funny to watch. Um, all of these authors that I mentioned that are on AuthorTube. Oh, I missed one. Oh no. Okay, and there's a new one, Meredith Phillips. Yes, Meredith Phillips. I discovered her on Instagram first. Then I went over to her YouTube, and um, I really enjoy her videos. If you are just starting out, if you want to go on the author journey with someone, go follow her. That's what I'm doing because I'm not starting out per se because I am published, but I'm starting out in the sense of jumping onto YouTube, sharing these things. And I don't know if I'm really author too because, like I said, these are going to be chatty videos. I have inspiration videos. And even though last week's included authors, this week's about authors. Not last week, the week before last. I don't know where you, because there will be other writing videos, my author journey and things like that. But a lot of it's going to be around, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it's going to be things and people and places that inspire me, and then it's going to be chatty videos about family and motherhood and ministry and owning a business and writing and being an author and self-publishing, all while trying to navigate chronic illness or mental health issues. Um, and so yeah, so I'm just starting on this journey too, and I found Meredith to be really encouraging in this early stage. And she actually has a video of other author tubers that are kind of new to the platform or smaller channels, and I haven't had a chance to look at them in depth yet. So I will be checking them out soon too. The last one is only on Instagram, and her handle is Tangled Up in Writing, and I've just really enjoyed her Instagram content, the inspiration. So go check her out if you're on Instagram. So all of these authors, if you're a new author or if you're looking for new authors to read, Natalia Lee's Pistol Daisy is incredible. I know she's kind of struggling with Whiskey City, but go watch her channel, see all about her journey. Pistol Daisy, go read it. Tamara Woods, Wiped Out, so good. I'm almost done. But it's really good. So go read their books, go support them, go watch their channel, and support me on my journey to get my author bucket list checked off. And go follow my author Instagram or my coaching Instagram, either one. The coaching one is going to be more of that business mom stuff and chronic illness stuff and things like that. That's why I separated them out a little bit. All of it's under Candace Janae or Soul Cadence Coaching because that's me. And next week is we will be back on Thursday. I hope I'm over whatever this is. We don't know. My husband keeps making COVID jokes and I'm like, no. No. But I feel like not good. So I've literally been in bed all day. I've had to work today, so I've taught from bed. It's been fantastic. So with that, I'm going to bid you adieu, and I will see you next week for a chatty video and a announcement, which I'm supposed to be alluding to in this video and I completely forgot. But I have something in the works that I'm so freaking excited about that I didn't know was even a possibility. But now that I know, I've been kind of like going a little overboard on it. But I'm so excited. It will be announced next week. It's already launched. Like it's already out there. I'm just not like announcing it yet. Like I'm not like telling everyone, hey, look over here at this thing that I have going, even though it's already out in the world. So next week that will be out in the world. And next week's chatty video will probably be the process for how it all got started, what it is, and yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. So keep an eye out because there will be hints all throughout the week on Instagram. Another reason to follow my coaching and author Instagram so you can get those hints because those hints will be on both platforms. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to go. I'm going to take a nap now because it's been a long day and I'm ready to take a nap. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.